Okay guys, so I'm just out here trying to visualize some things. He is cutting wood and stuff up for our project today, but I had a few moments to sneak away and show you guys. So looking off this way, this is all going to be cleared out eventually. We don't have it that way yet. Over here is currently asparagus rows, and they start here and they go all the way back to right about where that tree is, kind of in line with the tree. Back there's my dog. um, and then over this way, so I'm standing on a giant rock, which is not moving, by the way, because it's giant. And it's also going to be right outside my garden, so I can like sit and whatever, It's just a sitting rock, as I would call it. And I scraped a whole bunch of the moss off of it earlier. So then going this way, going out this way, about 20 feet is going to be garden that way. All these trees are going to be pulled out, or taken down, I should say, cut down. So about 20 feet that way, 30 feet this way is going to be the back garden, or the closest garden, or as people call it in the homesteading world, the potager garden will be right here. So like herbs, all of that. So this is going to be my only garden this year. Reason being, we're going to be busy with so much else this summer. I'm not really going to have, and we're not going to be living at the property until right before I plant everything. So to get everything processed and put up and together is going to take a while. So that's just realistic for the first year, I think, to have a smaller garden. So yeah, so about 20 feet that way, 30 feet this way from where I'm standing. So right around this rock, basically. So it's starting like a decent distance, I guess, away from it and out that way. So yeah, so exciting. And then I will hop off the rock. Whew. Okay, so then we're trying to decide where to put the chickens, if we want to put them over here or if we want to put them over by the silo. We haven't decided yet on what would be the best for the first bit here. I'm thinking putting them up in this area. All these trees are coming down in this particular area because they're all just scrub trees. They're not anything that's going to produce anything good. Down that way a little bit farther, I'll wander over there with you guys and show you the apple trees that are over here that we are going to keep. That tree, don't mind half the siding off the back of the house. We don't know why it's all off, but it is. The tree there on the back corner is going to be taken down because we're going to renovate and add on to the house to the back, and it's going to go right past where that tree is. So obviously we need to get rid of the tree. So and then obviously we're gonna have to dig out a bunch of the root system, although we're not putting a basement under that part, so that won't be too difficult to do. And then going this way, this is going to be the addition out to the tree, little past the tree, and then to back here is going to be all patio. So the potager garden is going to be right off, essentially right off the patio here. So the patio will go up basically back here. So, and then the garden will be over here, and then we'll wander over here. There's a lot of shooting going on today. Today is the last day of gun season. I guess it's like a New Year's or holiday hunt, they call it, which extends the gun season a few more days. So people are mighty desperate. So you're going to hear gunshots going off in the background. They're quite a distance away, so we're not in any danger here, but it is a little bit loud at times. They just shot off like 6 rounds at once, so you may hear some gunshots in the background, just so you know. Alright, so way on the front side, so there's the road, give you reference. Way on the front side, we have an apple tree here. Sorry, I have like a cough, so my throat is a little funny, but so there's an apple tree here, there's an apple tree going that way. This one's mostly knocked down, so we're gonna leave it and see what grows, if anything grows on it. So it's basically all one tree. That part is still upright, this part pretty down. So that's one. And then there is this one. I don't remember if that's an apple tree or not. It might be a little one. yeah, so we'll see what happens with this one. So like I said, we'll just leave it for this year and see what happens. And then this is the eventual site for the big garden, will be over in this section. So there's another road over there. There's trees lining the whole way, and that's kind of the back section of the garden. So like that tree will be the end of all the garden. But this is a giant area. Let me walk all the way across it so you can see. So this is gonna be next year. There's deer poop everywhere over here. This will be next year's garden, and we're still going. We're almost to the corner. The one car that we see every half hour, 45 minutes. So from this side, that's the trees that I was talking about. There's a house, obviously, and then there is the garden area that I was talking or at before. And then coming out this way, that tree will be like the back of the secondary garden area, and then the in-ground garden area. So this is all gonna be, I don't know if we're gonna do raised beds for all of this, because honestly that's super expensive for that big of an area, so not sure there. And then so this will be garden all the way up to those trees. A lot of those trees in that middle section all the way to there are going to get taken down. They're just kind of in the way, and I would like to have an easier access over here. There is a little bit of like wetlands kind of down in those trees, not wetlands, but it's swampier, so we may end up building a little bridge over that area just so it's easier to get across without getting mucky most of the season, because it's kind of mucky down in there right now. So yeah, that'll be the back, and then eventually there will be, well, maybe pigs next year here, and then behind that tree would be like the goats area. So when we get to that point, but obviously for the first couple of years, just getting that little garden back there all settled and set up, chickens back there, and then this area will all be garden. As much as I can plan to grow, I will have. So super excited about that. So that's kind of the progress we're gonna make in the first year or two, or at least the first year. The house is really rough, as you can probably see, so we're working on that. So our project today is jacking up one side of the house to replace the sill plate that is dry rotted out. So we need to replace it. You hear shots? We need to replace it and put in new wood, and also replace some of the foundation on the top. The mortar and stuff is just a little soft from being old, so we're going to replace that with strong concrete so that it'll be strong for years to come again. So it's stressful though, if I'm honest. I'm a little stressed out about this whole process, so decided to come take a video quick of some of it. And then, oh yeah, I didn't show you this corner. Up in this corner, oh here, let me zoom in a little bit so I don't have to walk over there. But in this corner over here, we're gonna put a bunch of blueberries along there. There's already 2 blueberry bushes in there, you just can't see them. They're behind this weed stuff here. You can kind of see the mulch right there. So there's that, and then we'll put fruit kind of all along this front area, and as well as lilac bushes, trees, bushes, whatever, along this whole front. There are a few trees in here that we think may be lilacs that we will keep for the next year and just see what happens with them before we make a final decision on that. It's kind of nerve-wracking lifting a side of an old house, but it's what needs to be done to make it sturdy and strong and ready to go again. So yeah, so just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update and show you kind of what our plans are. But as with any homesteading situation, things will evolve and change, and and things will work and things won't work the right way. So it's kind of how it was, because we were originally going to put the chickens over by the silo. But then as I thought about it, Justin Rhodes, if you guys know the Rhodes, Justin Rhodes on YouTube, they have their chickens right next to the garden for the reason that you just dump your scraps and stuff right in there. It's nice and close to the house. It's in zone 1 for homesteaders. So I thought about that and I was like, that's actually a really good idea. So then I told my husband about it and he was like, yeah, that's probably actually a good plan to put them right outside the potager garden. And so then most of their free ranging will happen out in this area, which when fall rolls around, we leave the gate open to the garden. Those feathery friends are really good at taking deadbolt and old garden goods and turning it into mulch and putting it right back into the soil without me having to do any of that. My pea plants, gone. Give them a day, they'll be gone. Beans get real smashed down and mushed up and it's great. So let the chickens do what they do. Use it to your advantage for sure. So yeah, so that's kind of the progress here. But yeah, we were so excited. So we've talked to the neighbor down there, actually used to live in this house, and this is all asparagus from here to there, and then from there all the way back up to that one. They're kind of haphazard rows. They're not real neat and tidy, but they're here and they're free. So we'll take it. You can see now this property has been sitting for a year or two, so when we got here they were here. Let me come over this way so you can see. But there's like, look at the stalk we didn't cut down. How giant the bottom of that thing is. Like literally, look at this. They're giant. Like it's huge. So we cut that down. So this year they'll be managed and picked as needed and all of that. So yeah, it's exciting. There we go. Come out of the tree. Ooh, more deer poop. So yeah, kind of excited about that. And then for reference, the silo I post a lot of pictures and stuff about is back that way. We also have a carport right there that is housing like our lawn stuff for now. We do have a back and a front for it. We just haven't had the time out here without other projects to put it on. So we will eventually do that. So it's exciting stuff. So I have wanted this for so long. So it's so wonderful to finally have it and get to do what I wanted for a very long time. So it makes me cry every time. So yeah. Anyways, all right. And as always, go live wild and free.